Yeah. I'm recording a little vid right now. Just tutored the kid, or a kid. And I took a little walk. The walk was pretty chill in like an urbanized area. With my wired earbuds. Yo, so I've been like a wired earbud user for like life. And like, it broke. So I went to I bought like wireless thing I should try it for like $70. And then I just realized how much I missed wireless, so I just went back to wireless. And then I was like, all right, bro, let me lock in, right, with the wireless. And then wireless just did not feel right, so I switched back to wired, and wired just feels so much better, you know. And I took a nice walk with the breeze, and it felt so nice and peaceful. And I felt like that one Jake Gyllenhaal meme where he's like dancing in public after he's like depressed after his like wife dies or some shit. I don't know the movie name I just know the clip. That's really all I know. But it was really, I kind of felt like that, because I'm like, I'm sort of in that state. We're not in that exact state. We're not in the exact situation, but I'm in this, the feeling is the same. And it's just me alone, you know? And I don't know if it's me alone is like a good thing or a bad thing, but it feels peaceful, I guess. But maybe it's depression masked in Zen. But whatever it is, I don't exactly mind it, but I don't exactly love it. You know what I mean? It's very neutral to me. Because I don't know whether, you know, I should like it or not. I don't know whether I should be concerned or not, you know? But like, yeah. So yeah, and then I scrolled Reels for like 10 minutes, and then like, you know, my school day was pretty boring today. It's a nice little nighttime, evening time, you know. I really value this time period. It's just me, myself, and I. Like, I know nighttime is like a time of thoughts, but this YouTube channel has really helped me with like giving out my thoughts and stuff. Now I don't have to be alone with that. I can share it with my 2 viewers who watch sometimes. Like, you know, it's just kind of like that. And it's just an interesting process. And like, you know, you just gotta keep pushing is like the way I'm thinking about it. Because like, the idea that I have right now is like I just gotta make it work, you know? Like, okay, so firstly, the overarching fear, right, is like, what if I do all this work and my mentality towards myself and how I view the world and like whatever, like, doesn't change or doesn't react, and I'm just the same person, just in a different body or whatever, you know? Like, I'm just in a different area of life, but I'm the same person. Like, it's not bad to be the same person, but like the same way I view myself. Like, I view myself pretty shitty right now. What if I do all this work and I still view myself as shitty? Like, is that even worth it at the end of the day to do all this? But then the other side of the spectrum is like, what if I don't do anything? Then I'm just gonna be like how I am right now. But I already don't. But like, I don't like myself how I am right now, right? But like, if it's not worth it at the end, then what do I do? You know, it's a big fear of mine. But for now, I'm just gonna keep pushing, because like, I'm not sure where I'm at, you know? So I'm just going to keep going, and then whatever happens happens, you know? And we'll just let whatever decide, like, whatever the end result will be, it will be how my life will go, you know? So, like, I mean, I probably mentioned this in my other video, but, like, you guys know, like, about, like, my friend who passed away. She was like 23 years old, 23 years old. Her brother, you know, did himself in, sort of thing, you know, and got himself out of life, you know. And I found out a week and a half ago. I don't know if I could say the word on YouTube. That's why I'm saying I would really just be very direct, but I don't know if YouTube age restricts shit, and I really hope they don't, but I'm pretty sure they do, like, even for the most simple stuff, so I'm just gonna keep it, like, whatever. But, like, he did himself in, you know, and I found out through a relative of his, so now it's just whatever, and I told him I'd be there for him, for whatever he needed, and I feel like a failure right now, because I told him that, but, like, I just can't do anything about it now. You know, it's like way too late, and I just feel like a piece of shit even more, and I kind of hate myself even more, and I just view myself in a way more negative area. But we just gotta keep moving, bro. Like, you know, there's not really a different way to fix. There's no way to fix it. Like, I hate when people say there's a way to fix it. You can't fix shit, dude. Like, there's no fixing. You just gotta move on, and you just gotta make things work out, bro. Because like, in my view, if like this shit doesn't work out, then I'm gonna end up in the same place wherever he is, you know? Like either life does me in or I do myself in. You know? There's no room for failure. I won't tolerate failure from myself because I have to make it. If I don't make it, then I'm doing myself in. Like there's not really like any other choice. Like what am I gonna do? Live with regret? Like that's lame as fuck, bro. Like that's so lame. And I can't do that to myself. That's like a failure to me. So it's like I'm just gonna. So my point of view is like I need to do this myself. You know that I won't tolerate failure. It gotta work out. If it doesn't work out, it's done. You know, donezo. Like there's not really there's not much else. You know, so I gotta do it. And like I've been thinking like because I have to make it work out. Like you just gotta push, bro. You just gotta push no matter whatever life throws at you. And like I've gone through a lot for like a 17. I've gone through a ton of loss in these past like no meme, but like 6 to 7 months of grief. But I try to like just laugh it off and just like push forward the next day because obviously you can't find shit funny. But like you can. I mean, if you just like, or like if you're just annoyed, you just gotta transfer to a different emotion, you know? Because there's no way of fixing it, and like I have no one to share the pain with either, so it's like I can't really do anything about it. Like if I had a partner, or like okay, first of all, I'm not gonna tell my family because like they don't know the stuff I go through. Like they know some of it with like family members, like with one family member who passed away, but like the other stuff they don't know about, right? So it's like I'm not gonna tell them because they're just gonna worry about me more, and it's just gonna be a whole mess. And it's gonna, even if they don't worry about me, they're gonna cause arguments and you know whatever. Like the more we talk about it, the more stressful it's gonna become anyway. So it's not really like all that to like express myself like that. It's just too much, you know. It's not like I'm not trying to have attention. I'm just trying to get rid of it, you know. Like attention's the last thing I want. You know? I mean, that's why nobody knows about this channel. I mean, like, maybe the 2 people in the school or whatever, but, like, that's it, really. Like, and one of them found out because someone else told him for some reason, so that was whatever. But, yeah. You know, there's not really any other way to, like, you know, do it. But you just gotta push through. You just gotta, shit gotta work out, you know what I mean? So, it gotta become like that. And you can't really make anything else up. You just gotta go through life like that. And if life kicks you in the ass and throws you down and puts you in the dirt, you gotta climb back up. And there's not really another option because, like, in my mind, I just can't tolerate myself failing right now because there's no reward to failure, at least to me. And that's a very fucked up mentality, you know. But like, that's just who I am. I'm very fucked up in the mind. Not like psychotically, but like because of the areas in life I've been through in these past couple months. It's put me in this position. And I want to escape this position, but I can't. But here we are, you know? Here we are. So I guess that's kind of the point I'm trying to say. Is like me, who I am, it's not gonna change. Like I'm gonna be a real one regardless, but I'll be supportive to all my friends and stuff, but I don't think that many people are that supportive of me, and that's okay, really. I mean, if you are, you are, and if you're not, you're not. And it's like, and it's not really their choice either, because I don't tell them stuff either. Like, even my closest friends from like my hometown or some close friends from school, like I don't tell them everything, you know. So it's not like, or I don't really tell them much. Like I barely scratch the surface with whatever I tell them. Like sometimes one of them will open up to me, or I'll open up, or like, you know, like, and I'll listen and I'll give advice, but like, I don't know. I just don't speak, which is it's a little problematic, honestly. It's like very, it's not good, bro. It's not healthy, I'll tell you that much. But who even cares about health at this point? Like, I'm messed up, and, you know, other people are. Other people have gone through way worse than me, and I've probably gone through way worse than others, you know, so you can't really change that. But what you can change is your situation, and I'm hoping to change that. But, like, I don't know what I'm doing to change that. I'm just kind of going through life. Because, like, you can't really forget about the people that you want to forget about, but at the same time, you want to. It's that one Tame Impala song. It's like, eventually, like, you don't want to, like, you wish you never met them because you didn't have to go through it. Well, in his case, he was talking about, like, a loved one, but, like, I mean, I guess, like he meant romantically, but, like, I meant, like, friend and family-wise, but it's, like, you know, like, how am I supposed to, like, go through that, you know? But I am. I'm pushing. I'm staying strong, you know what I mean? So at the end of the day, it'll be the payout hopefully will be worth it, and, like, life won't be too bad, but I mean, whatever we do in our lives have to have meaning to someone. And, like, I don't have anyone to share the pain with. That's kind of the point I was trying to get at. Like, I don't have a girlfriend. Like, I don't have a girlfriend. Like, I'm just gonna, like, that's, like, you guys know that. Like, I don't have a girlfriend, so, like, I can't open up to them. If I did, I probably wouldn't have a YouTube channel. But, like, I mean, my last quote-unquote girlfriend lasted, like, 3 weeks. We didn't really do much. It was like a talking phase, bro. It wasn't really like we weren't even official. We were just talking. So, and she moved. So it was, like, different, you know? It wasn't really, like, she moved in, like, something with her parents, too. So, I don't know. Like, point is, like, it wasn't, like, we didn't have a crazy connection where we were able to, like, instantly, like tell each other stuff like that, you know? Because, like, we were just in the talking phase. And that was before I made the channel anyway, so it didn't matter. The point is, like, I don't have a girlfriend to tell anybody this. I'm not telling my family that for sure, because I already explained my reasoning. And I'm not telling friends, because either some of them just don't want to hear, some of them do, or some of them just, there's no point. Like, it's just ruining the mood for them and ruining other stuff for them. And it's like, why would I tell them that in the middle of the day? You know, it doesn't make sense, but I know I gotta talk more. Like, one of my friends from Dumont, anyways, one of my friends from the hometown that I'm from told me I gotta talk more. But I just can't bring myself to do that, and that's an issue on me. That's another reason why I don't like myself. It's like, of course I gotta talk more. It's, like, obvious. Why aren't I talking? It's like, helpful, but I just can't seem to open myself up, and that's a problem. But I mean, at the end of the day, you just gotta accept it and move on. But I want to fix it, but I can't. I guess that's what makes me, but that's why I don't like myself. I don't want me to be me sometimes. I want to have a better version to help me. But I also don't want to let myself down in the future, you know? But then again, I don't know what, like, my future person entails. Will I even do I end it in the future? Like, what happens? Like, you know, you never know. Or am I thriving? Or am I barely surviving? Like, I don't want to barely survive in the future. Like, that's bullshit, man. Like, who wants to barely survive in the future mentally and financially and stuff like that? Like, I don't want that to happen. So, like, why? Like, why am I going through this? I mean, the fleeting emotion thing, where I was saying, like, if sadness is such a fleeting emotion, why do I experience it so often, even when I don't want to? And the answer is that I'm just stuck. I'm like drowning right now. And, like, there are some times where I have hopes of life where I'm laughing here and there and I'm not really thinking about much. And then there's other times where I think slightly too much and it hits me like a train once again. You know, and those moments are the moments that I don't know if I despise them, but it really gets me going in both ways, negatively and positively. And sometimes those negative ways leads me to thinking bad things about myself, and yeah, that's why I kind of make this channel, just to yap about it, because I don't want to, I like life, so I don't want to make bad things to myself to ruin my life, but I also don't want to live off mentally where I'm just bottled up and not doing anything to anyone, because talking itself doesn't help, or talking itself doesn't solve the solution, but it does help, but I just don't be doing that for some reason, which is a slight issue. But yeah, man, that's kind of how it be. Life is just that, so there's not really anything you can do about it. I mean, there is stuff you can do about it, but you can't control life itself, you know? It's just an everlasting phenomenon that will constantly keep going forever until time ends, which it won't, probably. But, like, what I can do in these however many years I have is to keep going. And so, to make it work out. It gotta work out. Like, I want to let it happen. Like that Tame Impala song. You gotta let it happen. You gotta let all the bad stuff happen, and then eventually you gotta make it work. And the making it work part is the hard part. The letting it happen is even harder. Making it work, you can have a plan to make it work. I have a plan to go on a cut. I have a plan, like I have a plan for all these things. I have a plan to go to college. Like, but letting the bad stuff happen is the worst part, just objectively. Because, like, you don't want to end up like my other friend, the brother, right? And you don't want to end up not doing shit like me. But then you do shit too late, you know? So there's a hard balance to find. And unfortunately, I am still in the midst of finding that. I found it, but I need to act. I need to continue to act, you know? But people just don't care about you. And that's just a fact. And if they do, then, like, they're not gonna spend their whole lives revolving around it, which is, like, completely understandable. But you gotta find a way to make it work. That's all it is. Like, you can have friends that count on you, but at the end of that night, unless, like, it's so lonely, man. So, like, a lot of these kids in high school that I know already have somebody. Maybe not for life, but maybe for now. I don't got anybody like that. And the kids that I know that don't have anybody may not be facing the same things I'm facing. So perhaps they have their stuff easier, perhaps they have their stuff harder. There's not really, I can't say for sure because I don't know what exactly they've been through, but I can say for sure that their situation isn't quite like mine. Not saying mine's better or worse, I'm just saying it's different. So it's just so lonely at the end of the day because you can't share that experience with anybody. Because you don't have that connection with anybody like that, like romantically, to help you support at all times. And friends, sometimes they don't. Ooh, whoa, hold on! I just saw a fucking Supra. Woo, Supra. Sheesh, that is fire. Anyways, I might be fucking retarded. Anyways, yeah, you can't do much about it, but what you can do is keep going. And that's what my plan is. Continue to keep going. Let me see if I can put it right here. I did. Anyways. Peace out, y'all. Enjoy the rest of your day. Keep going. Keep on going, you know what I mean? Yeah, post video tomorrow. Peace.